It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Jags. And it comes your way next.
Duval County, here in Florida. On the banks of the St. Johns River, we look inside Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsey. Greg, one of the joys of covering the league week in, week out, you watch guys grow and mature, and all of a sudden you turn around and look at the quarterbacks we have in this game. Now we're looking at guys who have arrived at that magic term. All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick of the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
On the ground, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. 3rd and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, 49ers.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
And he'll work his way down inside the 40. Devin Lloyd, the linebacker, there to stop him. 2nd down and 8. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. This throw left side caught by Kittle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. To the right side, this is McCaffrey. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. On 2nd down, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Niners send their field goal unit on the field. His kick will split the uprights. It's good. And the 49ers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. on the ground. Here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. They'll run the toss here to Etienne. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. 3rd and long.
Red on red. Here we go.
Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. That is rare. You don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. 1st down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Davis going in motion. They go play action for Lawrence. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw is Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And he will go all the way. Gabe Davis. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That his first touchdown this year. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars move out to a 7-3 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Niners offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, there's not a lot to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. Oh, he coughs up the football. The Jaguars have it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep that front point up.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. In motion comes Thomas. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. 2nd and a yard. They put Strange in motion. He gets that to Brown. He's got room to roam. And he will get into the end zone. Yummy Brown. Touchdown Jaguars. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jaguars extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Whoa! And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal. When you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Back to throw. Purdy. That is caught. And he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. The extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. And the 49ers are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Up the middle, here's Etienne. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Brown. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Lawrence. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, go!
To throw is Lawrence. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
All right, let's go.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Now Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun. It's Purdy. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a Niners first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. A run here with McCaffrey. And he'll get forward for a couple. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Now Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. So on 4th down, the Aussie, Mitch Wisnowski, out to punt. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He's going to air this out for Davis. He's got it! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And after that explosive play, they have a chance to extend their lead even more, and they have had their way. The defense has had no answers for anything they've done in the passing game, and they don't find out a way to slow them down. They could be in for a long game.
This run straight ahead for Etienne. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
Hey, Lion! Go!
They'll run it once more with Etienne. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the tackle, Anton Harrison. In motion comes Thomas. From the gun, a give to Etienne. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Lawrence. A throw left side, taken in by Thomas. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Jacksonville. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't.
Over the top, he's got it. Touchdown, Jacksonville. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's...
And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, so replay is going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The 49ers offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Purdy to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. The throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Purdy works out of the pistol. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. We're about ready now for the punt, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought him out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. He's inside the 35. A big gain. They finally get him down, but hold everything. There is a flag on the field. Back to throw. Lawrence. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play.
You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. A gain there of 10 yards. That's good for a Jaguar. 1st down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with ETN. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll try the left side with McCaffrey. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On 2nd down, Purdy. That is caught downfield by Pearsall. And he's taken down up past the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They run once more with McCaffrey. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout, now a 3rd and 2. So Kittle comes in motion. Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. Throwing again is Purdy. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down. Again in the air for Purdy. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Jaguars will take over here just shy of the 30.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Hey, run!
On first down, Lawrence. That caught by Davis. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. To throw is Lawrence. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
So we've reached halftime here in Jacksonville with the Jaguars out front as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. In our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
The Jags were treated to a strong first half from their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. On the return, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence set to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Lawrence. A quick slant into the hands of Thomas. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
Decent 24. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's ETN. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Lawrence now. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Niners offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. That's over the middle to Kittle. Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Give him 13 on that screenplay and a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. That's a slant to Ayuk. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Shotgun snap to Purdy. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Holding offense.
They get the veteran Trent Williams. Slot receiver headed right. Purdy now on 2nd down. Pass caught by Pearsall. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. To throw is Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen here. Good-looking screenplay there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
They'll roll out here with Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown San Francisco. Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. The kick is good. And the 49ers back within 7. It's 24-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Jags offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one on target to Davis. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Cam Little for this field goal attempt. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars will extend their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Brandon Ayuk heading back onto the field with his 49er teammates. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. Throwing on first down is Purdy. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They run straight ahead with McCaffrey. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. this up on 3rd and 8. So Kittle comes in motion. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. That is Josh Hines-Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack. So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team. This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They put Strange in motion. Open man is Davis. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. Second down and 8. To throw is Lawrence. That caught by Davis. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To throw is Lawrence. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
And the Jags are looking at a 1st and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Jaguars. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
These could be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
When you can generate interior pressure and move that pocket into the lap of the quarterback, man, it is hard for these quarterbacks to escape. They want to be able to step up in the pocket, step into their throw. Instead, he's retreating, and he takes the big sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd down. Purdy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Man in motion here is Jennings. On 2nd down, Purdy. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Purdy gonna put it up again. That's a slant to Ayuk. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. Yeah! Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. So Kittle comes in motion. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. You've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains, so 3rd down is not so daunting.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go. And this is not going to get it done. Not even close to picking up the 1st down. And they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Once again, it's ETN. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Man in motion here is Jennings. Purdy now on 2nd down. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Catch number 7 so far in this one, and a first down. So Kittle comes in motion. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. So Kittle comes in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Back to the air again is Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. They'll throw again with Purdy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. Here's Purdy. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he will score. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The home team's offense and receiver Gabe Davis heading onto the field. And it's looking like 4-0 might be in the cards. Looking to finish off a perfect September as they're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. On the ground, here's ETN. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. They're all set to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. The Niners offense and Brandon Ayuk ready to take over once more. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Caught. This is Ayuk. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. The Niners will use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He's to the 15, and they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Now, 2nd and goal. Purdy works out of the pistol. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just 1 more play.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
One last shot now for Purdy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.